Hi guys, today's video is going to be on the rudimental drumming of Argentina, which is just one of 22 different types of rudimental drumming covered in my new book, which we'll talk about in a minute. But Argentina is interesting. It was a Spanish colony, so its drumming is sort of similar to Spain, and of course they use sort of similar terms. But it's also very similar to Italy, which was a different place ruled by Spanish monarchs at a different time in history, and they ended up actually being very similar in the end. Although the terminology is a little bit different and the rhythms for some of the pieces are different, and so I thought it really was its own type of drumming. It just shares some features. So I'll play a couple pieces in a second. Some of the more interesting rudiments that they have amongst the normal double stroke rolls, flams, drags, that sort of thing, is they have a tron, which is an open flam or a charge stroke, not something that Americans are super familiar with. And I'll play you a couple of them here to show you what it is kind of like. Another rudiment that they have that's interesting, that they share with Italy, which is why I think it's sort of similar to Italy, is a rond de four or rond de quattro, which is a three-stroke rough, so right, left, right, which is like a drag but in single strokes. And then they're going to put a flam onto that, so it's a flammed three-stroke rough. So it's like right flam, left, right, and I'll play a couple of those. Okay, so that is something that we also don't really have in American drumming, and that's kind of interesting. We have like what's called a cheese in hybrid core style drumming, where you play a flam onto a drag, but in this case it's singled, so it's a little bit different. Okay, one final interesting rudiment that we have again in hybrid core style drumming, but not in regular American drumming, is a flammed five-stroke roll, which they're going to call a rond de six, because they're counting the flam note, I guess, because they don't have a regular six-stroke roll. It's just this flammed five that they have. And I'll play a couple of them for you here. You can see what that is. Okay, and so they have that in one of the signals that I'm going to play for you. The first one I'm going to play is the Paso de Carrera, which is really short. It's 4 bars long and it's a tempo of 168 is where it's marked, so really, really fast, so it goes by almost immediately. This is not one of the audio examples on the online audio for the book, so it's kind of a bonus that we'll show you to here. So that piece had the tron with the open flam or charge stroke, and it also had that flammed five-stroke roll in it. The next one I'm going to play is the Marcha Fúnebre, which is like the funeral march. It's way slower, it's a little bit longer, and it has some more of the regular rolls, flams, and stuff in it, although it does have that rond de four, the flammed three-stroke rough in this one. Like I said, this is just one of the 22 systems that I outline in my new book, Rudimental Grand Tour, which is out from Mel Bay right now. You can get it at Mel Bay's website or on Amazon or possibly even other places, and I'll have a link to it down below if you want to check it out. And this thing is 104 pages with a lot of stuff you probably didn't know you didn't know, which is kind of cool. I think if you're into rudiments at all, if you watch this channel and you're still watching this channel, you probably should be into rudiments, and thus this is maybe something you'd want to know about. It's a little bit different than my previous book, Encyclopedia Rudimentia, because that one only had like 7 different types of drumming, and a huge portion of it was taken up by like core style hybrids, which there are none of in here. This is entirely other stuff, so it's quite a bit different than that book. Although that's a good book too, might as well pick that up, have a matching set, modern drumming, old school drumming. But anyway, thanks for watching, take it easy, and I'll see you guys next time.